The morning sun crept across the marble floor like a silent predator. As the golden sliver touched Grace's hand, her skin blistered instantly.
Why is this always happening to me?
She gasped, clutching her arm.
Close it, please.
The servant lunged forward, yanking the heavy velvet curtains shut, plunging the room into shadows. Lord Alaric pushed the oak door open, his boots clicking sharply. He checked the iron latches.
The sun is not your friend.
Grace stared at the dark fabric. Grace gripped her silk sheets, her knuckles white.
Am I dying, Father?
Alaric sighed, the weight of decades in his voice.
Fear is a wall built by those who do not understand.
Grace leaned forward, her voice a sharp whisper.
That is a lie. Tell me why I burned.
Alaric turned to a faded tapestry.
Your mother is not human.
He finally admitted. Grace froze, her breath hitching in her throat.
Is she alive?
She vanished to keep you hidden from those who would hunt your kind.
Did she leave to protect me? Or did you force her away?
The Royal Academy training hall buzzes with a low murmur, a vibrant symphony of young voices and eager anticipation. Grace, cloaked and hooded, glides into the hall, her presence a silent ripple through the bustling space. Heads turn like sunflowers to the sun, whispers like a soft breeze follow her every step. Her face remains obscured, a tantalizing mystery beneath the heavy hood, fueling the student's curiosity. A determined resolve etched in her posture. Grace moves with quiet grace, desiring anonymity amidst the stairs. A student's voice cuts through the murmurs. That's the princess. Another echoes. Why does she always hide her face? Grace moves with fluid grace during a sparring session, her hooded face a mystery to all who watch her. A cheerful, confident voice shatters her focus, pulling her from the rhythm of her practice. Grace pauses, a soft sigh escaping her lips as the girl's bright, infectious laughter fills the hall. Her head turns slightly, and beneath the hood, her eyes narrow in curiosity.
So, are you planning to ignore everyone forever?
Grace's voice is low and direct.
That would be ideal.
Well, unfortunately, I dislike quiet mysteries.
Who are you?
Coco, daughter of Duke Valen. And Jin. And apparently, your new problem.
Grace watches her, an unreadable flicker in her expression, perhaps the faintest hint of a smile, as their dynamic begins. Amidst the cacophony of a bustling cafeteria, Grace sits alone, her gaze fixed on her meticulously arranged lunch. Coco approaches, her small, knowing smile a stark contrast to Grace's reserved demeanor, and slides into the seat opposite.
You know, people think you hate everyone.
I do not hate them, then why avoid them? Because people eventually fear what they do not understand.
That sounds like experience. And you?
Everyone talks to me because of my title, but no one actually... Listener. That makes no sense.
It does when you realize you can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. I understand that.
The training room echoes with the sharp clang of metal as Coco and Grace spar, their practice blades a blur of motion. Suddenly, Coco's blade slips, a gasp escaping her lips as a crimson bead wells up on her palm. The blood streaks down her skin, a vivid line against her pale hand. Grace freezes, her intense gaze fixated on the wound, her breath catching in her throat. The air thickens with the metallic tang of blood, pressing in on Grace, her body rigid with an internal struggle. A low, guttural sound almost escapes Grace as she battles her inner demons, her eyes wide with unspoken torment.
Wait. Please, we need to talk. What is it? Just let me explain. No.
Don't touch me. Wait!
Of their training. In Alaric's dimly lit study, long shadows dance as Grace, trembling and tear-streaked, confesses,
I almost hurt someone. There was blood, and for a moment, I wanted it. Am I becoming a monster?
A monster does not fear hurting others. The fact that you ran proves who you are.
But what if one day I cannot?
Then I will stand beside you until the world itself ends.
the grand hallway, bathed in moonlight, casts long skeletal shadows across the polished floor, hinting at unseen presences. From the dimness, Coco watches, a silent observer in the ghostly light, her gaze fixed on the unfolding scene. Grace moves with haunting elegance, her arms wrapped around empty air, dancing with an invisible partner in profound loneliness. Silent tears trace paths down her cheeks, catching the pale moonlight, revealing a soul laid bare in the vast emptiness. Sunlight streams into a cozy living room, but a palpable tension fills the air as Coco approaches Grace with a firm expression. Grace freezes, her posture rigid, as Coco's gentle but piercing question hangs in the air.
You're not sick, are you?
Coco's gaze intensifies, a chilling accusation in her tone.
You reached to blood yesterday.
Grace scans Coco's face, searching for fear or disgust, her own vulnerability laid bare.
That explains a lot.
Grace blinks in surprise, then asks,
You are not afraid?
I was afraid yesterday, but not of you.
Coco gently pulls Grace into a warm, heartfelt hug, an embrace of pure, unexpected acceptance. In the dimly lit theater wings, Grace stands with quiet intensity. The unseen audiences murmur a distant hum. Her hands, usually trembling, are now steady, a testament to her unwavering resolve. She closes her eyes, taking a deep, calming breath, picturing a warm, loving embrace in her mind's eye. The stage lights beckon. A single spotlight patiently awaits her entrance. Grace steps onto the grand theater stage, a single intense spotlight isolating her in the vast darkness. The first notes of a soulful, evocative melody fill the air, and she moves with raw, uninhibited emotion. Each gesture is a silent language of longing, unspoken words, and a deep yearning for connection. The audience is utterly captivated, held in a breathless silence, drawn into her personal narrative. The final note of music fades, leaving Grace alone on the grand stage, her chest heaving with raw emotion. Tears stream down Grace's face, catching the stage lights, a testament to her profound struggle. The hall erupts in thunderous applause, a deafening wave of sound washing over Grace. Through the noise, Coco's loving voice cuts through.
You did it!
She whispers,
I'm finally free.
A silver moon hangs high, an ethereal beacon in the inky sky, casting long, dramatic shadows across a quiet courtyard. Grace, her silhouette framed by the moonlight, stands beside Alaric, her father, a silent tableau of shared thoughts. A soft, melancholic breeze rustles through unseen leaves, a gentle whisper in the hushed night. Grace's gaze lifts to her father, her expression a thoughtful, silent question beneath the glow of the moon. The quiet air between them is thick with unspoken emotions, reflected in the soft light of the courtyard. Under the watchful moon, their figures remain, a poignant moment frozen in time. In the quiet courtyard, Alaric lifts his gaze to the vast, star-dusted night sky, a faint smile playing on his lips. Grace watches him, her eyes silently questioning, as the distant chirping of crickets fills the still air. Alaric's voice breaks the silence. She's always with us, Grace, watching over us, guiding us. He adds, with a profound conviction, I can feel her. Grace's previously tense shoulders relax, almost imperceptibly, as she absorbs his comforting words. A flicker of peace replaces her wistfulness, as she finds solace in Alaric's unwavering belief. Under the pale moonlight, Grace moves with a newfound lightness, her steps fluid and graceful, a night dancer reborn. Her arms extend, embracing the night, her form illuminated as if weightless, a vision of ethereal beauty. She dances with uninhibited joy, a visible release of past sorrows, her spirit soaring under the moon's gaze. Each movement is an ode to remembrance, a silent celebration of life, echoing through the tranquil courtyard. Her powerful declaration of identity unfolds, no longer hidden, but boldly revealed in every sway and turn. Grace, a beacon of strength and grace, dances under the watchful, approving eye of the moon and her father,